Welcome back to Desi Beats, guys. I got a special guest in the house. And those of you that want to know what we actually look like, you can head over to YouTube, youtube.com/the DJ Reminisce. I got Mr. Gagan Sharma in the house, man. Welcome.
ਕੀ ਹਾਲ ਚਾਲ ਹੈ
ਬਸ ਠੀਕ ਠਾਕ ਤੂੰ ਦੱਸ bro.
ਹਾਂ ਬਸ ਗਾਣੇ ਗੁਣੇ ਕੱਢੇ ਆ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊਆਂ ਕਰੀਏ ਹੋਰ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੁਣ.
That's awesome, man. Listen, bro, we've known each other for a long time.
Very long time.
I know this is a long time coming, but I kind of know your story, but there's a lot of people that don't know your story.
Yeah.
So let's kind of go back to the beginning in the sense of why did you want to get into the arts and culture side of like Punjabi music? Because you know how it is. Well, I don't know if it was with you. Like for me, if I went to my dad, it'd be like, hey, Dad, main gona shuru karna this and that. He would have basically took me outside and put the belt to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of cultural, the way things were back then. So what was it about the arts and culture, and what was the support like for you?
It wasn't easy, man. Obviously, like, I don't have, my dad passed when I was very, very young, like early teenage years. So I've just been raised by my mom. I mean, she's very understanding in a lot of ways. But I used to, like, ਭੰਗੜੇ ਦਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸ਼ੌਂਕ ਸੀਗਾ, just even before singing. So high school 'ਚ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਭੰਗੜਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ. ਉਦੋਂ ਯਾਰਾਂ ਬੇਲੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਹਿ ਦੇਣਾ ਗਾਣਾ ਗੁਣਾ ਗਾ ਦੇ, ਉਦੋਂ ਸੁਰ ਤਾਲ ਵਾਲੇ ਦਾ ਕੁਝ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗਾ ਭਈ ਸੁਰ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਸਾ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ. I knew nothing. So ਉਦੋਂ ਗਾਣਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਗਾ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ. And then ਇੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ like ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਭੰਗੜਾ ਛੱਡਤਾ like completely. And friends ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕੋਈ ਗਾਣਾ ਗੁਣਾ ਕੱਢ ਉਦੋਂ. And I'm like ਇੱਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਯਾਰ ਸਿੱਖ ਕੇ ਆਉਣਾ. So then I started taking lessons. Okay, so when at what point was this, like in terms of your age, or what year do you remember? Right after high school.
Okay, so decent age.
Right after high school. It was right after high school.
Yep.
ਸਵੇਰ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਠ ਕੇ 4 ਵਜੇ ਰਿਆਜ਼ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਉਦੋਂ. 7 ਤੋਂ 3 ਕੰਮ ਤੇ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ. 4 ਤੋਂ 7 ਸਕੂਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ, ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ, and then ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਜਿਮ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ. So that kind of stuck around for many years before I got to record my first track. So ਏਦਾਂ ਕੰਮ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਰਿਹਾ.
So it was kind of like ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਕਿ your friends were like, ਤੂੰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰ ਲਾ.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay, but it was through the love of, say, like for me it was the same, the love of Bhangra per se as a culture.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I still love Bhangra, man. I have a lot of friends that are still in the Bhangra industry today, professionally Bhangra ਕਰਦੇ ਆ. So I stay in touch with them. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ. ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ competition, I don't know, ਹੱਲੇ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹੋਗੇ.
ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ.
VIBC I know still happens, but Bhangra competitions ਹੁੰਦੇ. I still, like, on social media, I keep in touch. I watch like a lot of Bhangra videos, and it's come so far from back then. It was nothing back then. Now it's like it's blown up. Like it's probably one of the biggest things in North America.
I agree.
It's the base here.
It
where
is.
Everyone's kind of come out of. Whoever it is.
It's funny you say that. I think the reason why Bhangra music is strong here within the youth, like I'm talking like, the next generation, is because of the Bhangra circuit. I have a belief, and I hope this doesn't happen, je kuch, hoya ke that generation jehdi don't want to get into that Bhangra circuit, because right now it's pretty professional. Do you agree? Like
it's
university
very, very
circuits, if that starts to die down, I strongly believe that music culture is gonna kind of,
and I think it's kind of taken off already in North America. Like I think the scene's shifting here.
In what sense?
The music itself. I mean, there's so much attention to North American artists. There's so many big names. Even out of Van City, like we got Intense and Harj. They're doing it on a global scale. And 5 years ago, you and me could not have this conversation.
We couldn't even pay to get onto a label.
Like it's great what they're doing for the scene and the consistency that they've both had. A lot of other artists, man, even out of here, Ars Chauhan's working with Ikka. Like just thinking from top of my head, out east you've got Deep Jandu.
Killing it, bro.
Yeah, he's absolutely smashing it.
Well, I mean, he's still a student visa, but whatever.
Yeah, but still Canadian at the end of the day. I mean, there's a lot of singers, man, now that are now going on a global scale and representing like Canada, USA, just North America in general. So changa lagda dekh ke. ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ.
ਨਹੀਂ ਵਧੀਆ bro.
Scene ਦੀ ਤਰੱਕੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ.
Hey, it's good. The only problem with our scene is the gig scene. That's where we lack. I think North America wise, I like compared to, say, obviously India's India, bro.
India's India,
right? Toronto ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਕਾਫੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਪਾਰਟੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਉੱਥੇ. There's club gigs, whatever. Like we got Mele and stuff, but there's no real club scene, is there? I mean, you're asking the wrong guy because I don't really DJ much anymore. But
I mean, I've performed here. Like I haven't performed in Vancouver for about 4 years.
Okay.
What I found from a lot of promoters here, I mean, they'll pay artists that are out of town. They'll fly them in and everything, which should be the case.
Yep.
I mean, again, they're doing it on a global scale, but they don't provide the same value if you're local here. I think that's what needs to change.
That mentality.
Because there's a lot of, like, not even, you don't want to book me, that's fine, but there's so many, like, even, I'd say, into the next generation now. DSP kinna vadiya gaunda. Hardeep Virk. Like, there's so many good artists, man, that, like, book them and pay them properly.
Yeah.
And then you're going to see better product even come out of Van City even more, right?
You know, pay them union rates. As well, you know, like
it's not like a 9 to 5.
No,
right?
but believe it or not, guys, here in Vancouver, there's like for musicians, there's a daily rate.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Chalo, whatever it is, I'm not saying it's a lot of money, but you know, there's ways where we can create an economy for ourselves. You have to pay $5,000 for XYZ. But at the same time, I think you're right, because look at the wedding scene.
Yeah.
In terms of like,
it's huge,
it's huge. It's a whole economy for itself. The only missing piece there is the live artist piece, right? But yeah, I think
it took off in like the UK. I think it's died down now. Next scene probably ite hoga, hopefully. I mean, I've had a couple of wedding bookings. Mainu ajeeb jiha lagda kise de biyah te ja ke gona.
Yeah, it's not everyone's cup of tea.
I've done like clubs, I've done festivals like all over North America. I've done quite a bit. But I've not done too many weddings.
Okay. By choice.
By choice.
Yeah.
Just didn't want to go down that route for whatever reason.
Yeah, that's fair.
And my music isn't like ਕਿਸੇ ਵਿਆਹ ਤੇ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਲਾਈਕ ਫਰਾਰੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਗਾਵਾਂ ਚੰਗਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ. You know, ਮੇਰੇ mental, maybe I gotta overcome that mentally. So ਇੱਕ ਦੋ ਵਿਆਹ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ, like ਬੋਲੀਆਂ ਪਾਈਆਂ. I've done live and stuff. Like I've done 20-minute half-hour sets, like full live with a toli and stuff. That's been fun, but I try to usually stay away. My friends, like if they kind of call in a favor, be like, Gagan yaar aake ga dunga. I'm like, you know what, tere na like purani yaari hai, so uthe ga dena, but odda nahi.
Yeah.
Odda nahi biyah te kadi gaya.
Hey, that's okay, man. I mean, at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So it's fair to say that your support, your backbone was pretty solid for you to get in.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay.
Obviously, like having this conversation as a teenager with my mom.
Yeah.
See, you can well imagine where it goes. And she's like, nahi parna hai. And I'm like, nahi main gauna hai.
No, but you know what the funny thing is though? Because that exact same as menu yaad hai jadon main, I think it was like 13, 14. I go, Dad, main DJ barna.
Yeah.
Like back then, you should. I don't even want to get into what happened, but there's probably someone just like you right now as we speak. And the reason why I'm asking the question is maybe you can, kind of guide and help someone. So you just go through that. So, like what was it like, and kind of like how did you overcome that barrier? Like that's obviously your mom's really proud of you now. You know what I mean?
Now she's like, she watched the video the other day. I didn't even actually tell her, like sometimes I don't even show the video till it's done.
Right.
Because, like parents, they're criticize you all the way through. Like, and I'm like, I just don't want to hear it. So she's like, so the song's been released. My entire family's messaging. And then she got phone calls from like England family, India family. And then she's like, tera gana aaya? And I'm like, hanji mom. She's like, mainu ta dikhaya nahi. I'm like, dekh lo. And then I streamed it to my TV. And she's like, and then instead of like saying anything about the song, she's like, tenu nahi lagda thoda chota hai? Sat there.
Oh, mom, man. You gotta love
like,
her though, man. God bless.
I'm like, Mom, bless. 3 ਮਿੰਟ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਅੱਜਕੱਲ ਕੋਈ ਗਾਣੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਾਉਂਦਾ.
ਸਹੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ.
ਲਾਈਕ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਸਪੈਨ ਹੀ ਹੁਣ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਹੁਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਾਣੇ ਬਣਦੇ ਆ. 6-7 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੇ ਗਾਣੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਘੱਟ ਹੁਣ ਹੁੰਦੇ. ਸ਼ੀ ਲਾਈਕ, oh ਅੱਛਾ. ਸ਼ੀ ਲਾਈਕ, ਠੀਕ ਆ, ਵਧੀਆ ਹੈ.
So how was that process? So going back when you were whatever 14, 15, going your mom met going on, she's like, what?
Yeah, it wasn't a good conversation.
Right.
Obviously ਸਵੇਰ ਨੂੰ 4 ਵਜੇ ਉੱਠ ਕੇ ਬਾਜਾ ਵਜਾਉਣਾ, that in itself is, because ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਟਾਈਮ ਨਹੀਂ, ਹੋਰ ਕਦੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਸਵੇਰ ਨੂੰ ਹੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ. Because my day was like pretty packed after that. So it didn't go well, but मैं भी अड़िया रहा. मेरी इतना ही थिंकिंग है, जब एक बार कमिटमेंट कर दिया तो मैं अपने आप की भी नहीं सुनता.
Wow. No, but I think, so do you remember at which point where they kind of said, okay, I think he's serious? Was it maybe a particular event, particular song, or was it something that you said to him, like, maybe that's like through a spaz and be like, no, that's it, you know?
Well, thing is, like, I still went to, like, she's like Parnaya, right?
Yeah.
So it was sort of a compromise at the end of the day.
Okay.
And it was a struggle too, man, because, like, I was running the house at the same time. Like, I had a mortgage on my head at, like, 18 years old. So I had to go to school, like, on top of that.
So you had to man up pretty quick, really.
Yeah. So it was a struggle, and that's why she kind of let me do a lot of the stuff, because I'm like, Mom, like, tell me what... Like, my argument with her was always, like, what other 18-year-olds doing this?
Yeah, fair play.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then she'd kind of calm down, and I'm like, look, I'm going to school. I'm doing what you want me to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, now let me do what I want to do at the end of the day, right?
Yep.
So I'm like, there's a fine balance. I mean, I went to school, I got my degree and stuff, and that's when she's like, Honjo marji kar. Like, when I got my degree, I came home, I handed it to her, and then she's like, Hon khulli chutti. And that's when I actually started, like, getting in touch with, like, producers, trying to, you know, get my way in. And I met Nick Chalia.
Yeah.
I mean, I was trying before that too. I just kept getting rejected everywhere I went. They're like, no, I think everybody goes through that, but that's when, like, when the first song, like, Pyar Ho Gaya came out, like, my prototype is what I'll call it now. I think that's when she's like, okay, he's serious, and then she's never looked back. She's always supported now, so.
That's cool. This actually is a perfect segue into the next segment. Gagan Sharma in the house, man. You know what? We're talking about how you got to this point where, you know, you finally get to meet a few producers, I'm assuming in the area, like Nick. We all know Nick. You know, you're so fortunate. You had that, you know, you had support at the end of the day. You had some, you know, family support, which really helps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's get into kind of like, you're ready, you've been practicing, you're ready to rock and roll. And then what was sort of like the next steps? You meet, like, what was your meeting like with Nick? Like, 'cause I remember you saying you were being rejected and whatever, but
yeah, there's a lot of rejection before, like, Nick happened.
Okay.
And then I was actually in England, and my cousin guys used to drum with Nick back in the day, and Nick was randomly on, like, my Facebook, and he's like, hey, why don't you message him? My cousin said that when I was in England.
Yeah.
So I did. I'm like, hey, my cousin wants to say what's up, and then, you know, we chatted a little bit, and then I came back, and then I messaged him. I'm like, hey, you produce and stuff? And he's like, yeah. So he was like, hey, why don't you come in and do, like, a tryout and whatnot? So he made me audition.
Okay.
I had to go into studio. Yeah, I had been, like, learning music, man, but I didn't realize, like, when you're in the studio... it's a different concept, and I don't think I can explain it. The struggles that I had very, very early on. In studio, just to stay on key, man, it was a challenge, because your adrenaline's kicking in, you're nervous, you're scared, like, you don't know what to expect, man. So, I mean, Aukha Saukha Ho Gaya, main pehli recording Karthi, which was the first song, like, we did, Pyar Ho Gaya.
This is really important, guys, because this is kind of the stuff that no one ever talks about or tells you about. Is there's performing artists, and then there's recording artists.
Yeah.
To be both is very difficult. Not everyone can do it.
Not everyone can do it. And I gotta give props to Nick. Like, he didn't give up on me. He didn't just say, dope. Like, get out.
Yeah.
You know, because he saw, like, a work ethic. Because I'm like, buddy, like, I may not have talent at this level. Because, I mean, you had Indra Kuner signed to Inject Media at the time.
Yep.
Like, great vocalist.
Yeah.
Like, one of the best probably in North America. And then you had Raju Johal.
Yep.
And then there's me. You know, so you look at the three on a vocal level at that time, and I'm talking like 2011.
Okay.
And it was difficult to, like, kind of make my own spot on the roster. Like mentally, like, I was just struggling with it.
Yeah.
And then I released a song, obviously didn't receive well, didn't do well. And then I, you know...
Ferrari?
Oh, no, I'm talking Pyar Ho Gaya.
Like, Pyar Ho Gaya.
First one, like, ever. The first song I ever released.
Okay, well, let's talk about that. What was it? What was the process like? You know what I mean? Like, you're in the studio, you're trying to figure out, because it's not like you're obviously doing riyaz on your own time.
Yeah.
You're totally relaxed.
Yeah.
You know, what was that like, recording process?
तो यकीन नहीं करना, मैं वो गाना जिहड़ा पहला गाया, मैं एक line record करके गाया हूँ. It was literally a cut and paste. मैं वो गाना जिहड़ा पहला.
Wow, man. You know, props to you for actually coming and being real.
No. I'm being dead serious, man. There's no lie in this, and because I've improved over time. Like, now 100%. It's like See, koi bhi kam mein, like you mix and master, you've gotten better over time.
Man.
Just like anything.
My first podcast was horrible.
Yeah. So you keep getting better at it. So my first song, man, and again, like I can't explain this to my friends. And you don't want to talk about this either because it's embarrassing, man, when you're actually going through it. Like, it's easy to talk about it now.
Yeah.
But back then, it wouldn't be easy to talk about it. Like, these are the struggles I'm going through. To them, they're like, oh, sada ye aa raha, the geet aa raha.
Yeah.
Right? So you kind of stay up on that.
Because they see the end product,
Yeah,
right?
they just see the end product.
Yeah.
So, oho gana actually, like, ek line karke record hoya.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, like, the best recording, obviously, like, for me. And then, obviously, the video came. I had no idea what the hell I was doing in the video.
Right.
And then Pip watched the video after, and he's like, what do I do with this? And I'm like sitting there. So then you start to learn, like, you don't have to just learn the music piece. You have to learn this acting piece in front of the camera. And then you have to learn, like, all these photo shoots. So the first thing, like, I learned from Pip was the Pip, which is like this really intense, like, look. Camera, he'd be like this. He'd be like just for photo shoots, and I couldn't keep my face like straight. So now I officially call this the Pip now. Like anytime like I'm doing it, I just do the Pip.
He listens to the show, I think. So it's funny.
I know. So I went through like these type of struggles like afterwards, learning that. And then obviously the song was out. Now you have to go out. You're getting bookings. I was fortunate enough to get bookings from the get-go, which like I don't think any other artist has had it as good as me, that I got that exposure early on.
I have to admit, like, you did get bookings for sure.
Yeah,
because I saw them on your social media. There's there's plenty of artists. I'm not naming any names here.
Yeah,
say they're booked, but you never see anything.
Yeah, so I started.
That's actually a good play. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I started getting bookings, and then like the first like session that I had for my first performance, I practiced in my room with the tolli.
Right.
And we did like a 20-minute set, and obviously like Jaggi Hundal did a Bhangra competition in Bell Center, and I was the opening act. He gave me 20 minutes. Still thankful, because like had that not happened, I don't think I would have gotten other shows. And I guess a lot of people were sitting there who recommended me like further to get other shows in Vancouver at the time. That in itself was a challenge, man. Again, like how do you sing in key without a keyboard player?
Yeah.
You know,
because you're a cappella just for tool, right?
Yeah. So it's like it was difficult, and then the closing act was Raju. So again, you're just like you're sitting there, and I'm like, oh,
that guy
man.
murders everything.
Yeah, and I'm like, this is harder than I thought. You know, it's not all glamour. And then you start hearing like, oh, you know, then the tone changes with a lot of people. You hear like the worst from every angle. And then I just kind of locked in, man, and I just stayed focused. I didn't release music. Like, I worked on my album for 3 years with Nick.
Yep.
And I'm like, the first things first, man, you have to learn this business. You have to learn. Yeah. So I started learning as much as I could. I would invest my time into my performance.
Yep.
Any gig we had, we'd sit down in a room after, and I'd be like, all right, like, where did I screw up? What did I do well? Where did I screw up?
Yep.
And they'd give me pointers. They're like, try this different. So I went through that type of development. I went through, videos. I assisted on a bunch of videos.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't put my name on it, but
That's
like
okay.
I would go up on, like, if different directors were doing videos, I would just go on set to see how they're shooting videos.
Ghost producer, guys.
No,
Ghost director.
I wasn't ghost producing, but I just wanted to learn, man. So I started learning.
Best way.
And then I sat through the editing table on like how to put a video together. How do you do a concept? So just learning overall, and I'm still learning today. Like, and one thing I've realized as I do this longer and longer, the more I'm actually getting deeper into this, the more I realize how much I don't know.
Right.
If that makes sense. Because I'm like, it's open to new knowledge every day.
It changes all the time.
And you're just like, okay, like, yeah, I did it this way. I could have done it this way, but let me fix it on the next one now. Like, I guess a lot of people don't see this.
Yeah.
But, like, I guess you're your own biggest critic. So I'm learning every day now, man. But I've gone through, like, a proper, like, full-on development. I've gone from an opening act. I've done main acts now in a bunch of different cities. Performed with, like, some major household names.
Yep.
I've partied with some major household names.
That's awesome. We're going to talk about your favorite acts and stuff in the next segment, man. But it's true, man. You know what I mean? Like, music evolves. There's fashions. Like, the stuff that we're hearing now, right? In terms of, like, trap and 808 is the stuff that I grew up on way back.
In the 90s,
You know, and I'd never thought that it would come back full circle. So, you know, it's ever evolving, man. But
music's no different than fashion. If fashion keeps coming around too.
100%, man.
Like, I saw a picture of my dad, actually. I was in India. I went to India. So my mama ji, he pulled out like it was my mama ji's like wedding album.
Yep.
So, like, I saw my dad, like, in, like, suits that I'm wearing now.
Really,
like, yeah, like, the same style. And I'm like, what? Like, this guy's rocking this in, like, 1982?
That's awesome,
yeah,
man.
So it's a cycle, man. It's just gonna keep on happening, so.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
We are back on Desi Beats, y'all. And I got my homie Gagan Sharma in the studios, man. We're having a great conversation. You know what? I wish we could just keep recording because the conversations offline are just as good as the ones we're recording.
You should have kept it going, man.
Yeah, we should have kept it going. But we're going to get to one of them now. Let's talk about your influences. And it doesn't have to be Punjabi music at all. I know you're a huge fan of the Punjabi arts, the culture. Yeah. And I know you're a huge fan of who I think at the end of his career is going to be one of the greatest Punjabi singers ever said and done lyrically, vocally, and production-wise. Musically is, you know, Babu Man. So let's talk about...
Since this is going out tomorrow, the show's on Saturday, people.
That's right. The show's on Saturday.
At the PNE.
So let's talk about some of your influences and kind of like, you know, why they're so important to you.
I've always... back in like 1999, ਜਦੋਂ ਟੇਪਾਂ ਦੇ ਜ਼ਮਾਨੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ, I heard Tu Meri Miss India.
Yeah.
Like cousins ਕੋ ਟੇਪਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਸੀਗੀਆਂ. I just became a fan. Like back then, like the vibe was completely different. What other artists out of Punjab, there weren't many singers, and this new guy on the block, Babu Man, comes out with a song called "Tu Meri Miss India."
Yeah, like totally different, left field.
So different. Yeah, and I don't know. I was just hooked, man. And then I've just followed his career. The best thing I've liked about him is he's always just been himself. Like you follow his career all the way through, from '99 till now.
Yeah,
like 19-20 saal ho gaya.
Yeah,
he's himself. Like full on 100%.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit about nothing, man, which is good. Actually,
but that's why I think he's so loved, because he's done it for the love of music. At the end of the day, he doesn't let any controversies phase the fact that he just wants to write, he wants to record, he wants to sing, and he's just constantly learning too. And you can't get to that level of knowing so many different instruments to be able to mix, master.
Yeah,
it's so much work, and you just have to put respect on that.
Oh, 100%.
The thing is, man, like the guy pulls in like 100,000 like people in like just Punjab di gal je kariye 1 lakh bande de more gauna ਉਹ ਵੀ 3-4 ਘੰਟੇ.
Yeah,
that, and it to handle that big of a crowd.
Yeah,
like how do you not respect something, you know, or someone like that? So he's been a huge influence. The other one's obviously Jazzy B. I've loved Jazzy B for the longest time. I'll tell you a Jazzy B story. I was recording my album at Nick's.
Yep.
So I had a studio session booked with Nick as I was recording the album. And then he's like, oh, I'm a little busy. Thoda bachi hai, right? 2 ghante ho gaye. Text him. He's like, come a little bit later. 2 more hours go by. He's like, still busy. Come a little bit later. And then he finally he's like, come, right? So I go to the house, go to the back, like in the studio door. So I knock on the door. And then nobody opens it. Knock on the door again. Door opens. And Jazzy B standing right in front of me. I've never been so starstruck. My jaw dropped. And I'm like, and Paji comes out and he's like, oh, by the way, this is a new kid on the block. I don't know if he's going to even remember. But to me, it's like, it's just one of those stories. And I was just like, oh my God, it's Jazzy B.
Man. That's cool.
Yeah. So, and I've seen him live. Like, and he's like another guy, like live. He is
phenomenal.
Off the hook, man.
Phenomenal,
like,
man.
He's just like legend.
You know what's funny? Someone should interview me, like the Jazzy B stories that I have, because I was involved in his first 2 albums that he recorded at Fiasco Brothers.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm talking way back when he didn't even sing. Like this little kid, I remember sitting in the corner.
Yeah.
And just the power of his vocals back then.
Yeah.
It was just like, it's amazing. Like there'll never be another Jazzy B. Just like there'll never be a Babu Man.
And you know what? The other thing, like two similarities, Jazzy B's always been himself too.
Yeah, he has.
And he's always rebranded himself. I was actually very shocked that Jazzy B, like Bambagana, he's saying it a lot different than anything else.
He did. He had like, that lower register. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Like, Jazzy B can do this.
I know.
And he's reinvented himself. Like, how do you do that after 20 years of being in the business? You've sang here, like in a vocal key. Now you've all of a sudden, like,
it's funny.
And I was like, I gotta give props to Harj, number one. For,
100%.
I gotta give props to Harj for that.
Yeah.
And I gotta give props when I heard that song, and I was like, man, like, this is the reason why this guy's a legend.
Yeah.
He reinvents himself. Like, he stays up to date with, like, how the industry standard is. Probably two of my biggest influences. Like, not that I can sing that high or in folk, but by far, like, legend, man. I have nothing but respect for Jazzy B.
Yeah,
we went to his, like, birthday thing. Like,
we were there. We were there.
I was there. It was very cool to just be around him.
Yep.
You know, living legend. Other influences, I mean, I listened to a lot of, like, I went to the Weeknd's concert. I mean, he's really, really good. Coldplay.
Yeah.
Tupac, like, who hasn't heard him?
Yeah. India thinks he's still alive.
I like a lot of, like, I listen to Drake. I listen to a lot of 90s rap and stuff. Okay. I don't listen to a lot of the stuff now. What else? I listen to a lot of Bollywood.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a big Bollywood fan. I'm a huge Salman fan, so I listen to a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
So I listen to a lot of Bollywood music, so that's about it, man. There's not a lot. I don't follow, like, too many artists, but the ones I do, I'm loyal to them,
So let's talk about the last two records. Padma Nakra, which came out, which I thought was a great record, and then obviously the brand new one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that process, Gagan Sharma 2018, because prior to that, what was your last release prior to that?
It was Dangerous with Harj.
And
that was a lyric video.
Yeah. So, and that was what, 2016? 16,
like,
right?
End of summer, I think it was. And then right before that was Prophecies.
Right.
Tere Bina.
I remember Tere Bina. Yeah. So let's talk about, because I'll be honest with you, man, I wasn't expecting that.
Which one?
Padma Nakra.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was a very, it was a cool modern beat, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, like I don't know why I wasn't expecting it. I just, I heard it and I was like, wow, this is really cool. You know what I mean? So what was the thought process? Like, was it something that you were looking for to go to a different direction? Or was it something like maybe, what was the process? Because there's a new producer as well.
Yeah, so I worked with, he's from the UK. It's oddly enough, man, I've never met Shinda in person.
Yeah.
We connected on Twitter.
Me too.
Yeah.
I've never met him either.
And he's such a solid guy.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's going to go very, very far. I haven't seen a lot of passion and the drive, like, in a lot of people, like, on a production. I haven't worked with too many people for me to, like, even make that statement, but with Shinda, like, I think he's got a really bright future as a producer. He came to me and we just kind of talked, and I'm like, okay, I've got this here, and then we started putting it together. Took us like 3 months, man, like, to put that song together, and then we just messing around. We're like, let's just put it out, see what kind of response we get.
Yeah, that's cool. Nothing wrong with that.
And the
response was decent.
Yeah, it was a really good response, man. A lot of people liked the song.
Yeah.
And Mohini was So that actually started in 2017.
Okay, Mr. Boz.
Yeah, Mr.
Right,
Boz.
he's a heavy hitter, man. That guy, he's a good producer.
Yeah, he's got the biggest hit in 2017. That's Dinbeg.
Oh,
yeah. Was it 2017? 2017.
I don't know, but it's got like a zillion, kabillion views, and like, dude, the song's a hit.
The song's a hit.
Huge.
Like a major hit.
Regardless of what people say, oh, this is not fake views. It's a hit song.
Yeah.
It's going to go down as one of the best.
Probably.
Right?
Like, probably.
From this last, whatever, 5 years,
5 years.
100%.
And he's got like 2 now, because Yaar and Mulle is still like an evergreen song too.
Right.
Yaar and Mulle, even Postal, man. Like, Shady Mon's on a different level.
That guy. That guy. Yeah. That guy's on a level. But yeah, I mean, let's talk about that process. How was working with him?
It was good, man. Again, like, this song, if you listen to any of my other music, so Manny, like, he's one of my really good friends, but he's always written, like, he's written for Aai Tere Bina. He didn't write Dangerous, but he wrote for Aai. He didn't write Nakra either. Like, he didn't write part. He's written majority of my songs. And the song selection was actually the hardest part, because I was vibing out to like what I've done previously, because you're not gonna think, for me as an artist, to do something like this, like a Mohini type of track.
Right.
So that process, like, because they're in India, we're here, so we'd be up at 1 a.m. in the morning on the phone, and sometimes just through voice notes on WhatsApp, and just songs kept getting rejected, and I was like, you know what, I made a commitment. And then after like...
So lyrically was getting rejected?
Yeah, like anything we would send him.
And
anything like we would send him. Like we already worked like the business stuff out. Like that was all sorted out. And then we're like, Paji, kadda na gana kariye, tusi dasso. Because we kept saying, and he wouldn't like...
This is to Mr. Boz, right?
Yeah, and we're like, Paji, tusi dasso kadda gana kariye. And he's like, Paji, kuch idda kariye jada relatable hove. Sare sun sakan. So Manny wrote Mohini. And he gives me this song and like compose it and stuff. And the first train of thought, and I'm like, Manny, I've never done anything like this. This is something like you can give to Inder, man. Write something else. Right. I kid you not. Yeah. This is the exact conversation that I had with Manny. And Manny's like,
shut up and just
no,
do it.
It wasn't even that. We kind of sat on it. And then he calls me like a day, like we sent it to Boz. He approved it. He's like, haan, ehi gana karna.
Okay.
Right? So song's been approved. And I'm like sweating, and I'm like, how am I going to sing this? Right? So, and then Manny's like, listen, man, like, we've been waiting for opportunity for so many years to, you know, go to the next level.
Right.
He's like, this is it. He's like, step out of your comfort zone, practice. And that's all I did. I practiced for like, no, I didn't. I practiced for a very long time before I even went and did my first recording.
Yep.
Sent it, got a guide back.
Yep.
Then I did a second recording.
And this is all done at Nick's, right?
Yeah, this is all done at Nick's. And then we did a final. Like I did one more recording. I did a third recording. Because Manny's really particular about pronunciation. Like desi gana, jadon koi gaunda, desi lagna chahiye banda. Gaunda hoya.
Sही ਗੱਲ है यार.
Idda na lage yaar kise, you know, Canadian ne gaaya ya kise. So je desi gana ya desi lagna chahiye.
Yeah, ठीक है.
So Manny no idda sega. He's like pronunciation थोड़ी ध्यान है जला record करूँगा. So गाना record कीता. And rest is history, man. आज इत्थे हैं. गल्लां बातां होई गाने बारे.
But here's the best part, and this is what I want to get to.
Yeah.
Song gets released.
Yeah.
100 views, 1,000 views, 100,000 views.
Yeah.
And then where's it at right now?
I think it's at like 450 or so now. Yeah.
I mean, bro, you got to be proud of that, man.
Oh, no, I mean, it's a great achievement for me,
huge
man.
Achievement.
Like, it's honestly, it's like a monkey on my back that I've been at this thing for so many years.
Yeah.
People
streaming it, right?
Yeah, and I'm like, finally, like, thank God, like, I've got, you know, that one that, for exposure-wise, like, to get this much exposure. So, I'm actually very, very, like, thrilled, man. The amount of calls, messages that I've been getting for this song, and now what's starting to happen is a lot of people that haven't heard my music, they're starting to go back to, like...
Their back catalog.
Yeah, and that's the craziest part, and they're like, bro, your music's sick. And I'm like, well...
What do I always preach?
What do I always preach? Put out good music.
Catalog.
Yeah.
Because this is the reason why. Now, two things here, bro. The fantastic views, man. Props to you for releasing that song.
Yeah.
When did your first song commercially get released? 2012?
Like Pyar Ho Gaya?
Yeah.
December 2011.
2011.
December, yeah.
It's 2018, yeah?
Yeah, 2018.
So is it fair to say from 2011, 5, 6, 7 years to get to this point to where you can say...
yeah, of course, yeah.
You see my point, guys. I preach this all the time, and people think I'm such an idiot, but this is living proof right here. There is no question about your talent. It's not. That's not the point. People think, well, it took them 7 years to... That's not the point, man. You got to grow.
Yeah.
You got to pay your dues.
Yeah.
Right? Because you heard it here. The first time he went to the recording studio, he crapped his pants.
Yeah.
Right? First time I went to a recording studio as an assistant engineer, guys, can you go set up we should record the tape.
Yeah.
Buddy, I put it in reverse.
Yeah. It's nerve-wracking.
I thought I was going to get fired. So this is really important, and the reason why I wanted you on the show to talk about this stuff, because no other... Like every time you hear an artist on the radio, it's the same dumb questions, right?
Yeah.
No disrespect to anyone, but the hustle is real.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, if anyone's listening out there right now, this is the home run. This is the golden nugget, is you got to work your ass off.
Yeah.
To get to a point where you're actually going to get heard.
Yeah.
Right?
And not even that, like, don't just sit there and do riyaz. Like, that's probably the worst thing you could do. Learn everything. Like, be open-minded. And I've started to develop this, like, I'm all ears is what I go by now. Like, I'm listening, teach me something.
Yeah.
So you have to learn the business.
We gotta get...
Hi.
You're being recorded.
You want to sit?
What's wrong?
Yeah, so, like, do riyaz. I'm not saying, like, just singer banna. Obviously, doctor je koi banda, only med school, kinne 10-15 saal janda.
Yeah.
Doctor ban to pehla. Engineer, koi bhi job hai. So, just singer banna riyaz to karni paini hai.
Yeah.
But if you're in this industry, like, this is not the only thing that you should primarily focus on. You kind of have to learn everything now. People want that one package deal kind of thing. And that's what I realized over time. So just be open to learning and just work.
100%. We're going to talk about that too in the next segment. We are in the studio with Gagan Sharma with some real golden nuggets here. I don't know what to say, man. I'm really excited. Guys, we are back with Gagan Sharma in the studios. And, you know, up to this point, I got to say, it's been an amazing story to listen to, man. But, you know, like all good things that people see from the outside, they're seeing Gagan Sharma, you know, you making these records, you know, you on Instagram dressed all nice and stuff. But that's not how, in reality, how it works, man. Hey, I creep on your Instagram, man. I think some
dressed all nice.
Hey, dude, I'll creep. I admit, listen, I go on your Instagram, you know, because we're homies, right? I'll go check out your Instagram and see, like, you know, you when you're dressed up in your nice suits and stuff like that. I'm thinking, God, man, I wish I was that slim and thin. But, anyways, let's talk about
man. This is number one.
I know, man. I'm getting it from Wifey all the time. Let's talk about. Which I think is one of the most important things, and where I believe artists really struggle because, you know, they're trying to find that dream, is the business side of things.
Yeah.
And kind of like where you are with that, what you recommend, kind of like, you know, artists look for, and how important is it?
Business is probably the number one. I mean, obviously, like I said, you have to do all the other things, but...
Yeah, you got to have the talent.
Yeah. But business is really, really important, man.
Okay.
To make the right moves, network as much as possible.
Yeah, that's a big one, I
think. Learn from people.
Yeah.
Like even, man, I was talking to me and Manpaul, and then Karma did a show in Powell River.
Yep.
And then the next day we're like sitting at the beach, and I had like a long conversation with Manpaul, and we were talking about this, and he's like, bro, the business is just as important as the music itself. He's like, it's just not one thing. Again, it goes back to the same thing. By the way, one of the best shows, like, you know, we were talking about shows and you're like, one of the best shows I've ever done. I was the main act. Manpaul's on stage, like, with
Playing
me.
Dole, right? Yeah. I was in Kelowna. I couldn't come because I was working.
I did not know Manpaul's this talented. And I'm like, why are you doing events? You should just be doing Dole full time, man.
You know how it is, man.
That guy's crazy. Like, it's like an Energizer bunny.
Yeah.
Like, he's just hopping around on stage, and it pumps you up too, man. Like, you know, and I was like, dude, you're one of the sickest performers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the business piece is, it's probably the most crucial, man. Is kamli thodi ji basharmi farni pendi hundi hai. Like, you gotta, like, as weird as that sounds when I say this, it basharma da kam hai. So, you have to constantly post. You have to be on there. You have to be engaged with your audience. ਜਿਹੜੇ follow ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਜੇ message ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, I reply.
Yeah, you know what? That's one thing about you. I do admit, like, you're absolutely fantastic on social media, and I think that's.
I thought I was horrible.
No, man. I mean, like, you respond, you talk to people. It's really, like, I think that's really important. The world's changed, man. Like, it was before, you know, the artist was kind of like here, and we were back here. We never really had that first touch.
Yeah.
But now everyone's like, you know, like a text away.
Yeah.
The world's changed, man. And I think that's make or break, especially for fans. Like, one hi or hello, it's a fan for life.
Yeah.
You know, and I commend you on that. Like, I mean, I don't know how you feel.
Supporters for now, man. Meri hale nahi auqat nahi hoyi ke main fan keh sakan. Ek din aauga.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of supporters.
Yeah.
My friends are actually starting to get my number out, so I'm getting text messages, and I'm like, yo, come on, man.
Oh, really?
That's what my social media is for. But that's what you work for, man. At the end of the day is the compliments. But just going back to your question, business piece is very, very crucial in this business.
And I'm assuming you're including the social media piece to this too, right?
Yeah, of course. It all ties into one thing at the end of the day. Like, again, it comes out to be open to learning because it's a package.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? It's not just one thing. See, like, मेरे तो बहुत ज़्यादा talented singer बैठे हैं. मैं इंडिया जाके आया, मैं पैर ते मैं ਉੱਥੇ ਢਾਬੇ ਤੇ ਬੈਠਾ ਸੀਗਾ. ਮੈਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਯਕੀਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਇਸ ਗੱਲ ਦਾ. ਮੈਂ ਢਾਬੇ ਤੇ ਬੈਠਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਜ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ. ਉੱਥੇ ਲਾਈਕ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਝਾੜੂ ਪੋਚੇ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ. ਉਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਲਾਈਕ ਝਾੜੂ ਪੋਚੇ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੀ ਸੁਰ ਲਾ ਰਿਹਾ. Like, he's singing a song. And I just, like, my cousins are talking and I'm just sitting there listening to him. And there's so many God-gifted people out there, man. And I'm just like, मैनू देख के होया यार ये भी आ. Like, जे इनू मौका मिल जे कित्थे दा कित्थे चल जूगा.
Yeah.
Right? ਉੱਥੇ ਝਾੜੂ ਮਾਰ ਰਿਹਾ. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਰਸ ਵੀ ਆਇਆ ਪਰ like ਅੰਦਰੋਂ feel like ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਬੰਦਾ help ਕਰ ਦੂਗਾ. Like, what are you gonna teach him where?
Yeah.
But like naturally God-gifted, and especially in India, man, in Punjab, like I've just like come back a few months ago. ਪੈਰ ਤੇ singer ਉੱਥੇ ਬੈਠਾ, like ਪੈਰ ਤੇ. So ਕਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੂੰ compete ਕਰੀ ਆਏਂਗਾ?
Yeah. Right? It's arts and cultures. It's in us.
Yeah.
Gaun da, acting da, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
We're an arts and culture.
Yeah.
You know, kaum idan di hai, right? That's what people don't. You know, they seem to forget that, right?
Yeah.
Tu me going like, like, buddy, it's in me. Like, what do you want me to do, right?
ਤਾਂ ਜੋਗ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ, ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਗਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੇ. ਜਦ ਕੋ ਪੈਸੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹੁਣ ਆ ਕੇ ਗਾਈ ਜਾਓ.
Oh man.
ਪੈਸੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਖੇਡਾਂ.
So, I get a lot of people listen to the show that are young producers, writers that want to get in the game.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you can directly talk to them. You know, look them right there in the camera. Kind of give them some, maybe 1, 2, 3 things that they can do today.
Yeah.
You know, that will directly impact them and kind of help them right away.
Network.
Okay.
That would be a huge one.
Like go to events or
in person,
be part of the culture,
media,
right?
Yeah, social media. Anywhere, just network. Like there's no my way of networking might be a lot different than your way.
100%.
So just stick to whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Be consistent with your art. I don't do like too much यार. मेरे को time नहीं इतना हुंदा. पर मैं एक routine जिहा हुन बनाया. मैं 20 मिनट ही करता हूं ना.
ठीक है.
20 मिनट तो like ਜਦੋਂ ਵਾਧੂ time ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵਾਧੂ ਲਾ ਲਈਦਾ. But 20 ਮਿੰਟ ਕੰਸਿਸਟੈਂਟਲੀ ਬੰਦਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਰਹੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਸੁਰ ਟਿਕਿਆ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ.
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ.
ਸੋ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਲਾਈਕ ਗੱਡੀ ਤੋਰਨ ਲਈ ਕੰਮ ਤੋਰਿਆ ਆ. So just work consistently and just be open to learning. That's the biggest one that is my takeaway. After all these years, just be open to learning. And that's it, man. Just support one another too. I think that's a big piece. That's a big piece. Support one another.
Yeah, I think that's huge. To build... You know, we can bitch and complain all we want, but if we don't build something together, like, for example, like, you know, hip-hop in New York or whatever, you know, we're never going to get that piece built, right?
Yeah.
But, man, thanks. I really appreciate you taking the time out.
You know what, man?
To come here, man.
We've been talking about this interview for, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years,
like,
man.
Yeah, it's not that I didn't want to come. It's just I was like, this. Everything is right timing.
100%.
Either like maybe thodi jidani mentality, either I'm all in or I'm all out.
Yeah, that's good mentality, man.
And I took a step away to kind of realign my vision and come back. I honestly, like, thank you for having me here. Like,
no, man, pleasure's all mine.
Yeah,
man. You know,
I'm truly honored to be here. So.
I will guarantee you that I'm gonna get messages. I will guarantee you that you've 100% helped a bunch of people today, which to me, you know, that's all I care about, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I hope so.
Oh, I know you did, for sure, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned a bunch of stuff, you know, from you, of stuff that I always talk about.
Yeah.
And you're living proof that it works.
Yeah.
Right? So now there's, you know, it's really important. But if someone wants to get a hold of you, find out what you're all about, listen to your music,
talk sports on Twitter.
Talk sports. Oh, buddy.
Yo, Toronto Raptors has got...
Cows and 5, man. Cows and 5. Sorry, just deep. Sorry, just deep. Cows and 5. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what you know what I love about is our sports talks.
Yeah, it's like a conversation on Twitter instead of like
it's the best, man. But yeah, man, how can people get hold of you?
So I've got Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter.
Okay.
I am Gagan Sharma.
Yep.
So hit me up, drop me a message.
Cool.
Whatever you guys
I'll leave
wanna
links
talk. So,
in the description as well
Yeah,
of the podcast and the YouTube video. YouTube page. Where can they go watch your videos?
just ਮੈਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਇੰਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੇਤਾ ਯਾਰ.
Just
like check ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ, but type in Gagan Sharma Mohini,
Yeah.
and my page will come out because my video's on there, and then hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, no.
And like the video, leave a comment.
Yep.
And keep supporting.
What can we expect in the next 2, 3, 1 year from Gagan Sharma?
So I'm actually like after this song, I've got a couple of projects being in the pipeline from India.
Cool.
So kei yari ek darwaja kholda tin char khole ande ek time te. So working on a few different ones actually right now. I'm gonna take my time. Like I'm not saying I'm not gonna be away for too long.
Yeah.
But I just one song's ready to go fully. The other, like 2, 3 other ones are in the pipeline right now. Work started already on them.
Yep.
So it's gonna be busy, man. And I've got bookings coming in already as well.
Yeah.
Out of town again. I would actually love to come back and perform in Vancouver again. It's been a very long time.
We'll talk, man.
Yeah. So
I'm actually trying to do something. A lot of people have been asking me something different. I think something you'll vibe to.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that offline.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, thanks. I appreciate it, man.
No,
Honestly, thanks for coming
you.
out. Guys, Gagan Sharma, keep it locked.